Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Manual. Now today we're off to try and find the end portal, but I've just noticed out of the window that we've got an Enderman TPing about really madly. So I'm going to cut short my intro just for a second and see if we can go and get him because I need ender pearls. Where did he go? I need ender pearls. Now there are a couple of ways to get ender pearls in 1.14. The first one is to trade with a cleric. But that does require quite a lot of rotting flesh. Now we don't have a zombie spawner at the moment. We don't have a pigman farm at the moment. So getting zombie flesh isn't that easy. It's a proper grind. Look at that with a creeper. It's a proper grind. The other way is to fight Enderman. There was one here. There was. I saw him. Where did you go? Now normally they only appear when there is a light level of 7 or below. So normally they don't show up during the day. So that guy was either TPing about and he got lost, or he TP'd into some water because they don't like water, and then they'll keep TPing about again. But for whatever reason, he was out and about in the day. And now I can't see him. Oh, that would have been handy. That would have been really handy, seeing as I've only got 6 ender pearls. Have a quick shufty in here just to see. You never know, do you? Look, have you seen this? I know I'm not supposed to be. Look at this. Look at this. More babies. 3 beds down. 3 beds down where they can't get to. Infinite villager breeder. You saw it here first. Actually, you probably didn't. But I'm going to claim you saw it here first anyway. So I could put down one of my brewing stands and I could turn one of the guys downstairs into a cleric, and then I could run around trying to kill zombies, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself kitted up, and I know this introduction's been pants really, but I'm going to get myself kitted up and we're going to run off and try and find quite a large area, some kind of plains or something that's quite big, and it will allow me to see quite a distance, because Enderman, if you look at them, obviously they're not. There's creeper damage. Enderman as a rule aren't hostile towards people unless you attack them or you look at them, and that's what we're going to use. And they'll see you from miles away, like 64 blocks away. They'll be able to see you. So if I can get myself into an area that's got quite a large field of vision, I might be able to see an Enderman quite a long distance away. Look at him. He'll go absolutely mental, start running towards me with his mouth open, shaking, and wants to eat me. And then hopefully I can grab an ender pearl from him. And as soon as we've got a few, we can start looking for the stronghold. Now I know Avo has a base over there. And today, Avo's doing exactly the same thing I'm trying to do. Obviously in his own style, in the Avo style of doing things. But I'm hoping that we can find different strongholds. It would be a bit of a waste if I got all the way to a stronghold he's already gone into and lit up the portal and everything. That would just be a bit of a waste, wouldn't it? So I'm going to head south. So I've got myself some blocks, I've got myself some wood, got myself some tools, got myself some armour, got myself loads of torches. You're going to need, if you go to a stronghold, you're going to need loads and loads of torches because the places are pitch black. They're going to be full of mobs, it's going to be dark, and it's going to be full of terrors. So what I'm going to do then is I've got 8 ender pearls, and to make an eye of ender, you just put your ender pearls with some blaze powder, you make yourself some eyes of ender. I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm hoping that I can grab a few more. You're going to need, you may get lucky when you find an end portal. You may be lucky and have all of the Eyes of Ender around the portal already filled in and it be working. It's very unlikely, but it is possible. Normally you'll have sort of 2 or 3 Eyes of Ender already in the end portal, and you'll have to make some more. So although 6 Eyes of Ender could quite easily find me an end portal, once I get there I'm going to need some more Eyes of Ender. So anyway, let me grab my bed, let me eat. I'm going to grab my bed and I'm going to head off south. On my travels I've seen some kind of plains over there. So I'm going to whiz round there a little bit and then make myself a little base. And when I say base, I mean a little stone hut that is only 2 high, which will allow me to hide underneath when Endermen come calling. And hopefully we'll have quite a few of them. Right, I'm going to have to run through a wood now. I'm pretty sure it's that way. Don't like running through woods. Excellent. So we've got some kind of plains kind of thing here. Now, as I mentioned, they only come out at night. I'm sure there was a song about that. I could have broken into a song there, but I won't do. Or at light level below 7, so you could probably find them underground. You can also find them in the Nether. The Nether wouldn't have been a bad place to go, actually, because that would have had less hostile mobs during the night. You'd have just had to have made sure you didn't get blown up by a ghast. But we're out here now. It's too late now. So this looks like a half decent place to see if we can find Enderman to start with. Decent view in lots of different directions. Now, as I say, I've slept, so I should be okay. I'm going to build myself a little stone hut. And we shall see what we shall see. Now, no doubt I'm going to get loads of other bad guys chasing after me, because that's, especially the zombies, they're going to be everywhere. But all I need is 3 or 4. Now, you get between 0 and 1 ender pearls from an enderman. So if you kill an enderman, you've got a chance of getting at least 1 ender pearl. If you have looting on your sword, the chance of getting an ender pearl goes up for every level of looting you have on your sword. I've got looting 3 on this sword, so potentially I could get 4 ender pearls from an enderman. And obviously the reason for having this like this is that endermen can't get under a 2 high block, so I should be safe enough. Oh, zombies coming already. Oh, and baby zombies. Where are you, baby zombie? Oh, there's an enderman. You see, there's one over there now, but I'm more concerned about the baby zombie. But if I look at that enderman now, he's going to go mental and come running over here. Last thing I need is an enderman trying to eat my face. Now, hit the enderman on the legs. If you don't, he'll teleport away. Got myself an ender pearl. Excellent, that's a good start, wasn't it? Actually, it's a much better start than I thought it was going to be. And there's clearly no moon out tonight as well, so you can't see anything. Is that an enderman? Oh, that's a creeper. How Oh, I only got the one. Oh my word. Look at them. The Walking Dead. Here's me saying you can't get rotting flesh. I'm probably going to have enough rotting flesh soon to trade with a cleric anyway. Okay, so I've done a night stud here and I've only managed to get myself one Enderman. So maybe this is not the best place to try. So what I'm going to do is pick up my stuff. And I'm going to head over that way. See what's over there. Right, what I think I'm going to do, instead of just stood around waiting, doing nothing, I'm going to craft myself a couple of Eyes of Ender and see if we can make our way towards a stronghold. And when it gets dark again, we'll continue to look for Enderman. So as I mentioned, to make an Eye of Ender, you take your Ender Pearls and you take your Blaze Powder. And there you go, I've got myself some Eyes of Ender. I'm going to need my boat. So now all we need to do is throw these up in the air, and they should go in the direction. Hello, mate. They should go in the direction of a stronghold. Now, as long as they go that away-ish, I think I won't be going towards Avo, because Avo's back over that way. At least I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we'll soon find out when we get there. So if you look up in the air and then you right-click, you throw an Eye of Ender. Unfortunately, it hasn't broken. So we're going to run this way a little bit. There's no point in just keep throwing them because they could break. And if they break, then obviously you've lost them. So throw them and then run for a good couple of hundred blocks. I mean, if you run too far, then you can always come back. If you run out of Eyes of Ender while you're out, then you are stuck. So do sort of throw them, make sure you're going in the right direction, and then just run. As I mentioned, a couple of hundred blocks or so. When you get to a nice open area, throw them again. Don't throw them when you're surrounded by trees or stuff like that, because if they fall and they land at the top of a tree, then you might be in a bit of trouble. So hopefully, yeah, don't break, don't break, don't break. It broke. Dagnabbit. So let's see if we run this way. Where are we now then? So we're at -4 plus 829. If I run this way to sort of 1500 blocks, might be a little bit too far actually. If I run this way to, well, as far as I can run actually, because it looks like I'm coming to the end of the land here. So let's try again here. Oh yeah, still going that way. Don't break, don't break, don't break. It didn't break. Actually, I'm going to go around this island. I wonder if I can go around it. I know I've got to be heading that way. Now, there is no easier way to do this, unless obviously you have the world seed and you can go to chunk base or something like that, but that's cheating, isn't it? Now this, I'm pretty sure that you won't get a stronghold that's under a deep ocean. You might get it underwater, and I've had them underwater before, and they make fantastic bases, but I'm pretty sure you won't have one that's in deep ocean. So I think, well, I'm kind of hoping anyway, there won't be one until I reach land again. So I'm just going to carry on now until I reach some land. And then I'll bring you back in again. Okay, so we've come to what looks like to be land, but as I mentioned, there are trees and everything. So if we throw this up in the air above the trees or near the trees, it could get stuck. So I'm going to throw it up just here, just to make sure we're going in the right direction. We appear to be. Don't break, don't break, don't break. It broke. So I'm now down to 5. Never mind, eh? But we know it's this way, so let's see if we can get around here. Grab my sword, because there's going to be some bad guys in here, no doubt. I don't like running through woods. Wouldn't it be great if we found a mansion on our way? That would be pretty cool. Swamp. Now, there are several strongholds in the world, so don't worry about there not being any. You know, there are quite a few of them. It's not like there's only going to be 1 or 2. However, I have had to go a little bit further than I would have liked. I'm out at 1,000 by 1860 now, so I was kind of hoping to have found one by now. Still got a little bit further to go though. I don't have a great deal of daylight left. However, we'll keep going. Oh, I'm having no luck with these things. Normally they last more than 1 or 2 throws. Right, I'm not going to throw another one till I'm through these trees. Okay, are we going the right way still? Where did that one go? Oh, that was a nightmare. Where did that one go? Oh, it's there. That means we were going that way. It's now taking us that way, which means we could very well be directly above one. I'm going to go down here and just throw it again. And if it comes back this way, then we could be directly above a stronghold. Yes. Yes. So now I think we can start doing a bit of digging. Now there are a couple of ways you can dig down. You can staircase down, or you can dig sort of straight down-ish whilst trying to still be clever. Now if you stand in the middle of a block and dig down one side, you can then pretty much dig down without falling, because if I were to dig into a cavern underneath me and I wasn't standing on a block, obviously I would die. I'm just going to block that off, and I'm going to put down a torch like that. But I should be able to dig down pretty safe. Putting torches every so often until I come across some mossy stone brick. Right, what level are we at now? We're at level 45. Now we know that the Eye of Ender was sort of, it was over that way, wasn't it? So maybe I'll start stepping down now. I don't want to just drop straight into it. Oh, there we go! Oh yes. Oh yes, indeedy. We've found what we were looking for. Now in fairness, that only took us, what, 3 Eyes of Ender. I was starting to panic a little bit. But we managed to get here with only 3 Eyes of Ender. Now, before you start digging through this this stone, you've got to take into account that there are silverfish in here, and silverfish are, well, they're evil little things. And unless you have a silk touch pick, if you break one of these blocks and it's a monster egg block and a silverfish is in there, then you're in a little bit of trouble, because unless you one hit kill it, it will, like a pigment, it will shout for other silverfish. So whack a silverfish and another block will break nearby, and that will spawn another little silverfish. And if you whack that one, another one will spawn, and then another one, and then another one. And also, by the same token, if you were to whack a monster block with a sword, it will instantly break it, and that will release the silverfish. So you've really got to be super careful. So if we now try and find ourselves a monster block, that was handy actually, it dropped me into, hey, I spy with my little eye, something beginning with creeper. Look at that, little silverfish already. And can you hear the blocks breaking? They're breaking around me. There it is. Come on then. And they can get you up the stairs as well. They can fight upwards easier than they can fight downwards. That's why spider grinders, you should always stand underneath them. But we'll talk about that when we start making grinders. But look at all these blocks now that have broken. Quite easily. Silverfish, they'll come out of one stone block and they'll go into another one. Let's light this place up a little bit more. Anyway, so do not start waving your sword around all willy-nilly in a stronghold. And if you don't know what willy-nilly means, just don't wave your sword about. So I'm just going to have a quick shifty around. What we're looking for now, we're looking for the portal room now, and normally that's down towards the bottom. But you can tell that that's not part of the stronghold because there are no stone bricks down here, and the stronghold is built like modular around stone bricks. So we might have to go up to go down. But we're looking for the portal room, and in the portal room, as well as the portal, there is going to be a silverfish spawner. And silverfish really are no good for anything. You can't farm them. You get XP from them, but nothing else. They've got no drops or anything. So they are pretty useless for farming, unless you just want to grief people. But even then, you can't farm a monster brick and then use it again. So it's not as if you can silk pick a load of monster spawning blocks and then go and troll your best mate on the server, because as soon as you mine it with a silk pick, it will turn into a normal stone block. So you can't really use them for trolling, as much fun as that would be. Oh, come on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. This is why you need loads of torches as well. I mean, loads of torches. This is more like it. Getting down to the bowels of it now. Let's go down here and sort this fella out. Are you the only one down here, fella? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Excellent. So, hopefully there is nothing in there. I'm going to grab my decent pick as well, because we need to break the spawner quite quickly. Can you hear them? Can you hear them? They're hissing and everything down there. Right, got it. You're going to make loads of noise, aren't you? I know you are. I know you are. So we need to light the place up to stop mobs spawning in here, and hopefully we'll stop silverfish spawning in here too. But we found the spawner room. There it is. It's only got one eye of Ender in there. So we need to get ourselves another 11 eyes of Ender for this to work. And I've only got the 4. So I now need to go on the hunt for Enderman. Or go back to base and trade with some clerics. So I don't know what to do now. Either or, I suppose I could go caving down there. Look, there was one down there, wasn't there? Standing on the edge looking over a load of lava. It's a stupid thing to do. This is not a very big portal at all. A very big stronghold at all. There are some much bigger than this. I'm only investigating now for the sake of investigating because we found what we came to look for. But there's clearly more of it down there, but I'm reluctant to start breaking blocks to get into it, as I say, because of the silverfish. Right, let me get back down to the portal room, if I can remember where that bit was. And then we'll take some coordinates, and then we'll probably make our way back to the base, back to spawn, and see if we can either trade with some clerics or find some Endermen on the way. So I've managed to make my way back to the man cave all in one piece, and we didn't bump into any Endermen on the way back or anything like that. I've taken the coordinates for the stronghold, and it's I think it's minus 1,100 by 2,000. So it's not a million miles away. It's reasonably easy to get to. So I'll go back there again with some obsidian and a flint and steel and make a portal there sooner or later. I've not come across, as I mentioned, any Endermen, so that's the job for the rest of today, is to try and find myself some Eyes of Ender, because there's no point in knowing where a stronghold is if you've got no Eyes of Ender. And I've got 4. I need 11. I need 7 more. It shouldn't be too hard to get, but it's going to be a bit of a grind. So anyway, we'll call it a day for today, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to pop over now and have a look at how Havo's got on with today's challenge. I'm sure if he's bumped into any silverfish, he's had loads of fun. So until next time, this is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.